My name is Brian Liston and I'm studying for Economics and Finance in Quinn School of Business. I chose the program because I wanted to study a mathematical and statistical class or a course, and I saw that Economics and Finance was a little bit more applied than some of the other business and finance courses in both UCD and Trinity. So it kind of took my interest and kind of went further than some of the other courses that were available. I find that there's like a lot of community. People really want to work together, and there's a lot of support from the professors and from the upperclassmen. So there's really a strong sense of everybody wanting to succeed, which is really good for myself. It's quite a lot of teamwork. So like we have a lot of group projects, but I would say that's the same in any college probably. But I think the difference here is that our group projects really have a sense of contribution from everybody. And beyond that, if we have any issues, all the professors have always been really helpful and really encouraging for us to come and bring our issues to them, and they'll actually be able to help us and talk us through any issue. Like, there's a lot of community sense. Our class is actually only about 35 people, and I think one of the benefits is just how well everyone got along. I actually took a year out last year, so I've come into a new class this year, my final year, and even in the first couple of months I was integrated really well, and everybody kind of accepts you and takes you in pretty well, so it's a really good environment. So originally I had planned to do an Erasmus and take a year out last year to go abroad. But I saw that the Quinn School of Business was offering various internships, one of which was Skype, and it was actually a year abroad in Luxembourg. So I thought it would be the perfect combination of that kind of international experience with some real-world work experience that could kind of benefit me in the future in both my studies and in any kind of future employment. So my job was working in the finance revenue team. So I was a member of a three-man team, and as a member of a three-man team, I became fully integrated in the workflow and took on responsibility akin to any full-time employee in Skype. I worked there for 10 months and I gained so much knowledge, so much experience, so many connections, and it was definitely one of the most beneficial things I've done in my time in UCD, and I would highly recommend it to anybody. I'd like to get into like venture capitalism, to be honest. Maybe funding my own startups, tech startups in Silicon Valley would be an ideal goal. UCD is definitely a big campus, there's no comments about that, but I think there's a lot of societies and a lot of programs and a lot of help to make sure that everyone can kind of feel like they're an important part of UCD campus and UCD community, despite its size. So maybe it can be daunting at the beginning, but I think pretty quickly you can kind of get to know the ropes and get to know the people, and it becomes a really good environment. And make sure you get involved as much as possible. Like I said, UCD is quite a big campus, so things can kind of slip by if you don't really look out for them. So get involved in QSOC, Investors and Entrepreneur Society. All these societies really give a lot of encouragement and a lot of events that kind of help people along their way. And make sure, one of the best things I did was definitely doing that internship. So if you have the opportunity, definitely apply and accept whatever internship you can get. It was really useful.